name's Joe Towers. I'm the founder and CEO of Hero Hunt Inc. Basically, we take line of duty injured police, fire, military on hunting and shooting events all over the country. Today we're fortunate enough to have Wessel with us. Wessel is visiting from South Africa. He's also a professional hunter in South Africa as well as a professional butcher. Wessel has decided to come out and give us his time and show us how to actually butcher a deer so we don't waste any meat, and show us the proper way to do it. Wessel?
Hey, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first of all, if you look at a deer, you've got all your primal cuts. We're going to start off with just doing the half. First of all, we're going to take off the shoulder. So shoulder, there's a membrane in between. By opening this up, you'll just see it pulls apart. So this is nice clean meat, which we can use for anything, any ground products. And then the most important cut of all, we call this the butcher's cut, is your tenderloin. Starts all the way up here. There's your tenderloin. After we've removed the tenderloin, we'll go and take out the strip loin. I know there's a whole bunch of different names, and depends on what side of the country you're from or what part of the world. This is how we know it. So you basically look for the hip bone, go through all the way to the spine. From the spine, follow it right down. You keep your knife just on the ribs. Basically comes right off. And then what a lot of people do is they just leave the ribs. We like to utilize all of it, so you can follow the rib. This is basically the same way you would do with beef. These deer are quite fat. You don't always want venison or deer fat in the products that you use. This one is not too bad, so you can trim most of that off. There you go. There's your rib. And then the neck, we can also debone or bone out. This one was shot high up the neck, so beautiful shot, but unfortunately we leave some of that behind. There you go. So now that we've removed the hind leg from the carcass and it's hanging, the H-bone is already removed. We left it on the carcass. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this all the cuts, all the main muscles out of the leg. We start off with the top side, or you guys call it an inside round. We call it a top side. Start with the eye. Silver side. And then this is the rump. We usually, on beef, you would keep this for rump steaks, or I think you call it top sirloin, where this we're just going to grind up. It's your main muscle. And then the knuckle. Then soft chin. This cut's really good for stews. And then the shank. The shank we keep whole. Okay, here we go. So now this is the basic cut. This is half a deer. What we'll do now is trim them up and take the outside tendons and fatty pieces off. With the loin, or strip loin as we call it, there's a fat cap on there, which is not good. You can just tear that off. This will go into the bin. Now you've got a silver skin on the back. We can remove that easily, cutting it through, but not all the way. Edging your knife, pulling it over. Same on this side. And there you go. Same with the tenderloin. Just pops right out. And then with these cuts, like I said, you want to trim off all the fat. We don't want any fat on venison. There's another muscle on here. It's the eye. Okay. Your top side also usually has a cap on it. What we do is for what we're going to do with it, we're going to take the cap off. It's a loose cap. We can use this for ground. Same with the rump. Take the fat off. And we'll go for the grind. So, shoulder. Take all the fat off if we can. So now that we've got the deer broken down into stewing meat, this we will use for ossobuco or stew meat. This we will use for sausage or ground. Tenderloin, awesome for steaks, and so is your two loins. Now these muscles from the leg, we are going to cut up today and make biltong. Biltong is an all natural dried product. We don't use any heat to cure it. We don't brine it. We basically just add the main ingredient of which salt, pepper, and coriander. You can use sugar as well. It's also humectant, which helps with the curing and drying of it. It's all natural, and like I said, we only use air to dry it. Okay, so I've got the top side, or the bottom round, which we're going to cut up now. And we want it at about 1 inch or 3/4 inch in thickness. We cut along the grain, not like steak, where you would cut against the grain. So you've got long grain pieces. We can do it with the eye, same. These eyes are small. And then also with the flat, we're gonna trim that up. And then your knuckle, you can also get some biltong out of your knuckle. It's a bit more tricky. It's got some hemorrhage on it. Okay, so these cuts we will use for our biltong, which is, like I said, it's a full natural air-dried product. And there we will use this as your grind or sausage, steaks and stew. That's basically whole deer.